sit on this property until after gun season, so it'll be at least a month before I get back out to this property. The spot I usually sit's about 60 yards ahead of me here, but instead of walking in there, I got to this little pile of old topsoil and compost that has all these weeds growing around them, and I just sat down inside where I can still watch what I could watch before and then more. So I think I'm pretty well camouflaged right here, but my wind's kind of blowing out across this horse pasture, which is good because the deer are up there, not here or behind me. They're up here, so I can see all around me except for my 7:30, 8 o'clock. Best case scenario, a buck walks out there, I can get, stood up or crouch up a little bit, just above all this brush, draw back and shoot him and kill him. Worst case scenario, deer walk right past me out across this horse pasture, never get a shot. So, here's a look. Snow falling. All that's missing is the deer. What is the airplane? Dead silent. Snow falling. All that's missing is the deer. I am at a complete... Pardon me for a second while I recuperate my feelings. I'm not sure if I should be mad, just laugh about it, be embarrassed by myself, or what. I'm going to be 100% honest right now. I'm trying to recoup my feelings right now. I don't know how to feel. Sorry, I'm texting people. I got to tell my friends about this right now because I can't wait. To be made fun of for the next lifetime. So this is going on TikTok and YouTube. You'll have to go to TikTok, see a quick bit of it, and then go to YouTube, watch the whole thing to get the full context. Let me just explain to you guys. With Thick and Rugged Outdoors, I've always tried to be 100% legit, real, fair chase, no bullshit. Show you guys how I hunt and how I'm sure many of us other people hunt. This video I'm going to post in this section. I guarantee you, now that I have 100% proof it happens, I guarantee you it happens to everybody at least once in their hunting career, if not multiple times, and we just don't fucking know about it. So I was enjoying the moment. I was sitting there watching where the deer should have been coming from. I had suspicions they come from over here out in front of me, or from behind me out in front of me, or out in the pasture just at dark. And I'm facing this direction, towards the camera right now. And in the background, while I'm talking to the camera saying it's beautiful outside, that it's quiet, there's an airplane going overhead. In the background, as I was editing the video, I seen 7 deer and 1 decent buck come in behind me within shooting range. You'll see in the video, you can't tell how big it is because it's not close enough to the camera and it's not zoomed in, obviously. It's at a wide angle lens, but it looks like a shootable buck, and he would have been no more than 20 yards from me. And I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed, but I'm so laughing and just kind of Man, what the hell, you know? Because that just goes to show you, deer slip past us and can be dead quiet all the time. And the really screwed up part is, I just turned my head to the right a little bit, and there was one deer just out of my peripheral vision at that point in time, which just kills me because knowing that there was numerous opportunities to shoot a deer within 30 yards at the very God damn. I'm just so mad at myself right now. Like, but what's funny is where I was sitting at was a new. I hunt that property, but it's a new spot on that property I chose to sit because I could see more. And the way the deer have been acting the last few nights, I decided to get off the bedding area just a little bit more to give them more opportunity to get out in front of me and get comfortable and, you know, just less chance to bust anything. So I sat where I sat, knowing it wasn't prepped for a 360 view, knowing it wasn't optimal, knowing that this could have happened, but I was expecting to be prepared for it, you know. I think it was 6 or 7 deer, and there was numerous big doe and one decent buck. I couldn't tell how big he was, but I'm willing to bet you he was probably a good deer because you see his rack clear as day in the video, just not how big it is exactly.
Honest, the airplane, dead silent. Snow falling. All that's missing is the deer. Honest, the airplane, dead silent. Snow falling. All that's missing is the deer.
I just want to touch base on this whole video. I I found humor in this whole situation. Um, it's a lesson learned. I've been hunting very hard for the last few weeks, and I let my guard down. That's all that happened. I let my guard down. I was not expecting the deer to come running from across the field a half-mile away. Um, and anybody that actually hunts and knows deer patterns and knows how deer act, those deer were running from something else. They were not just traveling through there naturally. They were running from something else. The way they came to me, they ran from what I assumed to be the construction over the hill from me at the time. I just didn't put that two to two together until just today. Those deer were being skittish. They were heading towards safety, what you would see in a similar situation during like gun season or high pressure hunting. These deer were spooked and ran towards a safe zone, which is where I was hunting at. It's a safe zone for them. I was predicting natural movement from bedding area, which is off to my left. The camera cannot see that, to in front of me down to the pastures. The wind was blowing on, a crosswind. It was blowing down to the pasture out where the deer would not be till dark or really close to it. So at that point, it wouldn't bother me if the deer smelt me. To recap that hunt, I had a blast. It was a great hunt. It was a beautiful hunt. I missed a doe just at dark almost. Looking back now, I assume it's one of the ones in that herd that's looking behind me. Whatever. It is what it is. I got meat in the freezer. I've tagged deer this season already. Obviously, I'm not really hard pressed to kill more deer. If push comes to shove, I can kill more deer. I just don't have to. But yeah, it was nice. I had a good time. It was snowing. The weather was pretty much perfect. So yeah, it's just ironic that it happened the way it did, and the deer got past me. Kudos to those deer. There's 6 or 7. I think it was 7 deer total. 1 decent buck, and the rest were all doe. And if you watch the video on TikTok, you'll see a lot of comments that were, to me, whatever. I don't care. Disrespectful is a good word to use. Just downright disrespectful and ignorant. A few of them, I deleted a few comments only because they were 100% nasty to the entire hunting community, not just me. Not fazed by it. I just feel like it doesn't belong on my page. I don't want that aura around my content. those of you that got the humor in the situation, you know, thought it was funny. That's why I posted it, because it was funny. I didn't post it because I don't know what other reason I would have posted. I wouldn't have posted it like, oh my God, look how this happened. And it wasn't staged. It was not staged. That was 100% natural. It happened the way it happened. I didn't hear the deer come to me. I didn't see them. They weren't supposed to come from that direction. I just explained that. It wasn't until I got home that night and reviewed the footage, trying to piece a video together, that I seen the deer in the background, and I was so angry for the first like 20 seconds. And I realized, you know what? Why am I mad about this? It happens. It is what it is. I can only imagine the amount of deer that have gotten past every hunter that have had no clue they were there, or the amount of deer that snuck by just out of range or in range that just people didn't know about. I'm willing to take it on the chest, take it on the shoulder, and be like, you know what? It is what it is. I did nothing wrong to make that not be a successful hunt. To me, I succeeded. I got to go hunting. I got to, you know, see a deer. I missed a deer. That happens too. But yeah, it's funny. I look back now, it's funny. 7.5 million views later, it's funny. To me, it's still funny. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, I'm not like hurt. I'm not like, oh, you dummy. You know, the season ain't over yet. It's a lesson learned that I need to be more attentive to the most unobvious things. You know, I'm sure it's happened before to other hunters, and they're like, man, I learned a lesson today. I should have just been looking back over my shoulder a little more, or ever so often. You know, those deer were within eyesight for I think 25 seconds total. How long the video was from when I started it to when they got behind me where I couldn't see them anymore. About 25 seconds. So had I been a little more, you know, over my shoulder every 15 seconds, I probably could have seen them. That's what it is. Usually I don't suspect deer to be in a non-deer area given circumstances like it was yesterday. You know, the deer supposed to be on natural movement during archery season, coming out of the bedding area, going through the pasture in evenings to feed. They come from, like I said, a half mile away is the nearest wood lot. Now the one you see in the background of the video, that's a small wood lot. They came from the other side of that over the ridge, which is a half mile to that wood lot. They ran a half mile from the construction zone to where they ended up behind my camera. So that wasn't supposed to happen that way, but it did, and I'm not mad about it. So yeah, there's that. I just want to tell everybody, you know, thank you for those of you that actually found the humor in it. Those of you that made fun of me in a way, I don't understand what the deal is. Those of you that said I was stupid and a fool, whatever, I don't know what to tell you. And those of you that said if you weren't making the movie, you would have killed those deer. No, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. The camera had nothing to do with me not killing those deer. I was facing this direction and they were back here. That's all it was. I just happened to luck out. And truthfully, I'm more so appreciative that I got it on film, that something like that happened, rather than kill one of those deer. Because it's a story I can tell my kids and my grandkids if I ever have any of them, and friends and family. And 7 million views later, people got laughs out of it. That's all I'm happy about. So chalk went up for the deer this season. You know, they won this battle this time. But next Saturday is the first day of rifle season in Maryland NPA, and it's going to be no holds barred. So look forward to that. So thanks guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video because it's a good one. It's a funny one. Go to TikTok, check the video out, the shorts of it. Read some of the comments. You guys will have a blast reading the comments. And yeah, check out Instagram, Facebook, check all the platforms out now. So stay tuned for another video and keep it thick, keep it rugged. We'll see you guys later.